right, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Chris Brown's birthday. C Breezy is 36 years old today. Um, it's so much happening today. I don't even know where really to start. It's just like I said, it's Cinco de Mayo. It's Chris Brown's birthday. Today was the first day of the Diddy trial. This is the Met Gala happening tonight. It is the first Monday after the Kentucky Derby. It's just a lot happening on May the 5th, 2025. But the most important thing is I am here. I am Christal XO. You are here. If you're watching this on the recap, you're catching it later, and that's perfectly fine. But for those of you that are here now, welcome. Come on in. It was definitely a white wine type of evening because of everything just happening. Everything happening today. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. I definitely had a great weekend. I had a chance to, first of all, I had a chance to catch the Kentucky Derby. I usually go to the Derby. I have not gone the last 2 years, and I really, really hate that I missed it this year. Interestingly enough, I did lose a small bit of money, not much, because there was a horse in the Derby this year named Journalism. And of course, I had to put money on Journalism. I kind of felt weird about it because I didn't think he was going to win, because whenever a horse is the favorite like that, usually they don't win. And he was by far the favorite to win this year. And he did not. There was another horse named Publisher. So I just felt like, I had to put a little bit of something on both Journalism and Publisher. But I'm not lying to you guys. I'm telling you the truth. Marriott, I cannot disclose. It wasn't a lot, but it definitely was too much. And I knew the Journalism. I just was like, this doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. And the interesting thing is, I started, because sometimes you can pick multiple horses, and there was another horse who actually ended up winning the Derby named Sovereignty. And everybody can do all the study on the horses and their background and what they've done lately, and it doesn't always matter, because sometimes fate happens, or sometimes they underestimate. And I'm sure all of us can relate to that. They underestimate the horse that actually has done his work, and they surprise him. But I thought I probably need to bet on Sovereignty, just because that name made me feel like maybe he has a chance, and Sovereignty won. Sovereignty won. And I knew, I had a little bit of a hunch, that could be a good thing, but I did not follow that gut. I think that's what life is teaching me. The older I get, as my granny would say, every day when I lay down, you keep laying down and getting up, you'll learn something. And one of the things I have learned is that we need to trust our guts. Trust our guts. You guys know, for me, I love horses. They're my favorite thing. So I love the Derby for more than the fashions. I love for the actual horses and the actual race, and the fact that it's 2 minutes, right? The horses run for barely 2 minutes, but there's so much work that goes into that 2 minutes. There are races happening. If you haven't been before, there is a filly race the day before. And there's, the horses are in the paddocks. And if you get a VIP pass, you can actually go in there and see it. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous horses. Most of them are like 2-year-olds, an occasional 3-year-old, but they're really young horses. And they're treated like kings and royalty. It's a trip. There's a documentary on Netflix right now that is all about horse racing, and how much money is in it, and it's fascinating, or at least it's fascinating to me. I don't know if it'd be fascinating to everyone else, but it's fascinating to me. But yes, Sovereignty, congratulations to his owners. And usually those horses are owned by numerous people, not just one person. You see the jockey, you see their their trainer, and then of course the owner. Interesting story about Sovereignty. I saw that his jockey had gotten hurt, and the owner decided that the jockey had gotten hurt really, really badly. And for a lot of people thought the owner was going to switch jockeys and let another horse ride Sovereignty. But that owner decided to stick with the jockey, even though he had, was slow to heal. And look what happened. So again, another example of, having faith, praying about something, stick to your gut. There's inspiration everywhere. You just have to be willing to look for it, right? So tonight, if you're just tuning in, we are going to talk about, tonight's going to be about fashion because like I said, I like to go to the Derby for the actual Derby, but I also love the fashion. I love the fashion. And I should have brought some pictures of myself at the Derby the years before because, Derby, if you guys have been or if you've watched, it's all about the big hats. And it's just about this, it's about hats and gentility and, just classic fashion looks. I think this year, at least from what I saw, things are moving away. Everything is kind of moving away from its original structure. And I don't like that. I like things to kind of, there has to be like some formalities to certain things. And this year, a lot of the Derby outfits, or at least the ones that made the press, I did like a little, I pulled some, and they're usually, there's not a lot of us often, and us, people of color. This is something, and ironically, it is not something that is new to us. The very first jockey to win a Kentucky Derby was African American. Not very many people know that. And because they call it the sport of kings, because the horses are so expensive and it's such an elitist type sport, right? But there are a lot of, there's a lot of African American history wrapped in the Derby, as it is with everything at this point. I believe that we are in everything. They just try to keep us out. But over the last, I would say 50 years, you don't see a whole lot of people of color at the Derby, but I do think that's changing. This year, I didn't see as many as I would have liked, but I don't think fashion has a color. So I'm just going to run down some of the pictures that I saw and then let you guys see these hats. And I think I was really disappointed in the hats this season. Like, the hats are the thing. There are companies, dressmakers, and boutiques that specialize specifically in Kentucky Derby hats. Now, of course, you don't have to just wear them to the Derby. You can also wear them to steeplechase or any type of event where they're trying to kind of mimic that fashion. But the fact that an entire boutique could survive based on that lets you know how serious the hats are. So my first picture tonight, I'm going to start here. This was Simone Biles and her husband. And I like this. I like it. I think the hat is very chic. The dress, she's a tiny person. So I do think that she can wear tiny dresses and still look super cute because she's so small, right? So she looks adorable in that dress. And then that's also a tradition. It's also a tradition for the couples to match, right? So he's matched. They're both in lavender there. His is okay, but I think she looks adorable. I think the hat is my favorite. I do like that shoe with that dress. It looks like it's got like grommets there. And I like it. I think they look great. They definitely look like they're trying out the Derby, for their first time. He's got his Air Force Ones on. I'm not mad at that. I think they look really cute. There are a few other, let me show you guys now. This is Shabuzi. And I don't like, I wasn't in love with this. I was not in love with it. I guess it does kind of have like a country flair. That's another thing. I think this year, it felt like the country style is taking over everything. It has become the thing. Like, how hip hop influences everything with fashion and lifestyle. It feels like the country vibe has done that because from the shows, I mean, I think the most successful show last year, the last couple of years has been Yellowstone. You guys, if you watch the show, I'm a big Yellowstone fan, but it's all this country lifestyle and clothing, fashion specifically. I mean, Beyonce is definitely a big part of that. So here's Taylor Sheridan, and he's the creator of Yellowstone. Hugely successful producer, executive producer, and writer. And there he is, the Derby. He just looks like a country Texas boy, right? I mean, you gotta love Taylor Sheridan because, like I said, he represents well what he does. But he's got the huge 10-gallon hat on there, and I guess you could be a good old boy at the Derby. But typically the Derby has not been country. It's more refined. It's more, the hats are not usually like the hats at other places. Like there's some foolishness here. But that hat actually, I'm not mad at it. I'm really not mad at it. It's kind of funny. It's got a horseshoe there. This is just I guess someone in the crowd that made the highlight, the horseshoe, the lucky horseshoe on the hat, the Crown Royal tag on the hat. I think it's actually a chic hat. I think it probably would have looked better on maybe the glasses are kind of throwing it off. He's kind of got he's got an urban vibe with that. But yeah, I actually like that hat for a guy. It's kind of funky, with the horseshoe there and the Crown Royal. Now, I think this is one of my favorite hats. Now she has on a poncho because it will rain every Derby, right? That's just the tradition where it's in May, where there's April showers are still happening because it's the first weekend in May. This hat was everything to me. I love this hat. I love a hat that has like that angular vibe to it with the flowers. I don't think I like what she has on with it because I see some busyness happening underneath her poncho. Because something like that, I would have just had just a solid color because the hat is doing the talking for you. The hat is the statement piece. Everything else should be around that hat. Even if you just had on like beige, like a nude dress, right? Because that hat is everything. There were a lot of misses. Misses, I mean, people that just didn't get it right. This is an example of that. The hat, I don't like at all. The dress, I don't know if this is a dress or this is just a top and skirt set. It looks like it's definitely something because there's roses down here at the bottom. But the thing about it, the top is actually kind of chic. I mean, kind of cute because it is, when the horse that wins gets this rose wreath put around their neck. So it actually could have been kind of cool to have the rose wreath around. It's just the roses and the pearls at the top hanging down that are too much. And then the roses have pearls in the inside. It's too much. It's too much. I don't like it. If she had that on without the hat and maybe just had like a small fascinator with a rose in that could have been cool, but I don't like that. I did not like the bead curtain, the pearl bead curtain over the face is just too much. This is a hat that I actually liked. It's different. Now, not with this hair. She should have had a bun, a low bun in the back with that. It's just like a rose bush, a thorny rose bush. What do you guys think about that? I actually think it's a cool idea. I think she messed it up. She messed it up with this hair and the pink jacket. Like, Now, again, it's a creative hat. I think it could have looked like a piece of art if she didn't have that pink jacket on and her hair was neat. Like the hat is doing a lot, so the hair needed to be neat. The hair needed to be neatly tucked into the bun, into a bun in the back, swooped over. Yeah, I may try something like that. I think that could have been really really cool. Um, Here's another option here. I mean, she's doing the flapper thing. It doesn't. He's dressed for the Kentucky Derby. He actually has a derby on. That's great. I think. See, I would have put my husband in something like this. What he has on, um, I don't think that looks like Cleopatra or something. I don't know, or maybe like it doesn't feel very derby-ish to me. Um, yeah, I'm not really feeling that. Doesn't feel like the derby. No, that's not the right thing. So now I do want to say there was this like I said, a resurgence of like country vibe, and then there's always people that are just doing way too much, way too much, way too much. Again, I'm not like I don't like the curtain around that. Like this is just too much. It's just too much. It's too much all the way around. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Yeah, nah. The peach, the roses are too big. The roses are too huge. They are taken away from, and then the monochromatic. I usually like monochromatic looks, but that one it was just way too much. Like I don't know how it could have been better. First of all, the fringe on the hat definitely needed to go, but I think, and I'm not mad at the dress with the jacket down like that. The hat's just too big. It's way too big. It is huge. It's too big, and then the hair is not right. What is the hair doing? Like when you put on a hat like that, your hair should not. It should be tucked or like it swooped or neat. Like those curls look chaotic for that big oversized hat. So no, I that's a no for me. That I think this one is my second least favorite. I'm trying to pull up this guy's name because there were some color there. But again, it didn't feel derby-ish. It felt country. Like people are assuming that anything that has to do with horses is country, and that's not true. That's not true. You guys, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find this guy's name because and you all may know his name. You guys may know his name because I looked him up and I had it earlier. I just didn't write it down, which was not smart. But I thought his outfit was super cute. And then I saw that he's really into horses and things like that. But it still didn't mean that he needed to go country. I would have liked to seen him almost like the Met Gala had this theme that we're going to get into in just a minute. And I really wish he would have kind of done that instead. But hey, I think it looked good. It looked good. There he is. He looks like an urban cowboy rapper. It's like a Louis Vuitton jean shirt with the cowboy belt buckle, the medallion and the chain that's like a rapper, and then the cowboy hat. It doesn't necessarily say derby, right? It does not, but I mean, hey. Who are we to judge? It looks good. I mean, he looks nice. He looks nice. I don't think this was his derby fit. It looks like he's going to the rodeo. It looks like he's going to the rodeo instead, but he looks like he's going along with Taylor Sheridan because he had the same thing on. But then I looked him up, and this gentleman actually really is all about the country. So if anybody knows who he is, put his name in the chat. I had it earlier. I believe he's an athlete, but he definitely is, out there doing his thing. It was just good to see some color on the red carpet. I know Chris Tucker was there. Do I have Chris? Did I pull Chris Tucker? He wasn't. It wasn't like super special. Yeah, there he is, Chris Tucker. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I would have liked to see him in a hat, like a little derby hat, like that guy had on. But it's cool. He's got his edge up. It's cool. A little applique there on the jacket. It's cool. It's cool. I think that people don't really know how to dress for the Derby unless they really look up the history and see the vibe of it. But I will say, you think the hair ages him, Haitian? You guys think the hair ages Chris Tucker? I don't. If he was bald, I think it would be worse. Maybe he needs to cut it. Maybe he could just trim it a little bit. The long hair may not be the move. But we're going to get into the Met Gala because it's actually going on right now. So I'll probably have some more updates for you guys. I pulled what I could for us to get on here, but I want to give you guys a few little. I should throw a party. We usually go. I gotta show you guys my pictures. I'm gonna pull one of my pictures just because I have to. Let me just pull one of my pictures and show you guys because I love the Derby. It's one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I've gone probably 5 or 6 years in a row. There's Faraji. But I did not go this year and I did not go last year. But I do want to show you guys just an example. I just have to pull one and tag it really quick and pull it really quickly. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about no purple dress. Don't do me like that. Talk a little bit about Diddy's trial that started today. Now, what happened today was simply them finding the jury, right? And so questioning jury for the trial. I always wonder, why do they have to do that? I guess that's what they have to do to get started. But I almost feel like they could do that without the actual defendant there. Seems weird that the defendant is there while they're trying to figure out the jury. It just feels like we're not being productive. We're not being productive. We could just get that done before without them there. But I guess the idea of it is that you have a right to be tried in front of a jury of your peers, right? So that means that you have a right to know who is on the jury so that you could, if your lawyer has something to say or they have an objection, you have access to that. So I guess it's a part of our judicial system that is faking like they're being, trying to be fair. But in any case, he was in the court today. And one of my friends, media friends, Lajane, I tuned in to her live. She actually was in the courthouse. Another one of my friends was there, and he's going to give me a download later tonight. But what I did learn is that Diddy was there looking, it's funny. She said that he looked like he was playing a role and that they had aged him for the role. And it made me realize, it's so interesting that celebrities, people that have a lot of money, they can make themselves look a lot younger because Diddy is a 54-year-old man, right? Actually, no, 56-year-old man. So a 56-year-old man that has money doesn't look like a 56-year-old man, right? He can do everything that he needs to do to keep himself looking young. So he's constantly dyeing his hair. He's constantly getting facials. He's getting PRP, all types of, there's all types of things that you can do to make yourself look younger than you are, from facials to procedures. There's Botox, there's all that stuff, that people do. And I think people forget that really, if not touched, if left alone, these people would be he would look like the average 56-year-old man, but he doesn't, because he has money, right? So in court, he showed up looking like a 56-year-old man. She actually said, LaJeanette said that he actually looked like Martin in Life. You guys remember Life, when they aged Eddie Murphy and Martin so that they looked like they were aging with the over, over the period of years for the movie. She said that's what he looked like. He looked like he had been aged for a movie, but it was really just how he looks in real life. So she said he was in good spirits. He came in, he greeted everybody, he was making eye contact with the jury. I also think that could be interesting because I think when it's a high profile case like this, that people have, they have already kind of an idea of that person. To see them, it could almost be like they have this superficial complex of that person being larger than life, right? Maybe not, but I just feel like it would be weird because they probably are going to look at him and it's like, wow, it's almost like seeing someone that you feel like because Diddy has been a celebrity for a really long time. So I think that's probably going to be weird. But maybe not, maybe not. We'll see. I mean, the whole idea with juries is that they're supposed to figure out the people that are going to be the most objective. I don't know how you can do that. I just don't understand how you can figure out who's going to be objective. That seems like like something that you would have to do on the honor system, because how do you know if someone's telling you the truth about how they feel? How can you tell? And I know, we had this conversation before and people were saying, there are a lot of lawyers that know they can see through it. I hear it, but I don't think that's probably true. And I think if we look at how many people have been imprisoned falsely, then we see that that's probably not true. I was trying to pull all these pictures from the Derby, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get them because we're already on. We're already on. So I'm going to show you guys a few, just so that you'll see that I'm not lying, because I feel like Haitian Empress is challenging me and trying to make it seem like I really did not have my Derby vibe on. And I just want to make sure you guys know that I absolutely did. I do this. This is what I do. I don't do everything. Obviously, I didn't do the opera well with T.I., but I definitely do the Derby. So I'm gonna take a break from Diddy and show you guys a couple of Derby pics. This was me and my girlfriend Melissa. There we are. You see the roses there. You see the fascinator. Just enjoying. This is another Derby pic from a few years before that. That one was a more recent one. That hat I absolutely love, but I wanted a different hat, but that one, it was black. And so I had to find something to kind of complement that, which was not easy to do at the last minute. It was definitely not easy to find a black hat for that. You guys let me know what you think about that. I'm trying to pull a few more just so that you can see. This is just, I enjoy the Derby. I think I have a picture of all of us, of a group of girlfriends and I at the Derby. Yeah, at the Derby, just enjoying the sights. And we just made this a trip. We made it a trip for, yes, there we are. We made it a trip for everybody just to come out and enjoy. Oh, you know what? I think I have too many pictures. It won't. Here's another one. That hat was my favorite. Oh my God, this hat is huge. It is my absolute favorite. It's just a beautiful, just like a lot of pink chiffon, just a lot of pink, just mounds and mounds of pink chiffon. I love that hat. I love that hat. Love that hat. All right, I gotta show you guys one more photo. Let me see if I can pull this other photo of me and the group, and then we will get back to Diddy. We'll get back to Diddy and his first day of trial in this case that is probably going to shock people. Okay, here is my last photo. So that shows you the black hat, my polka dot green dress. There's my girlfriend Ashley in her purple fascinator, and of course my girl Melissa over there in her all black. So you guys see, we do the derby. We do the derby, and I have not. Hey, oh hey, Miss D. Hey, Miss Lorraine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, and yes, thank you for that. I love the pictures of the ladies and just going out and seeing all that. But like I said, Diddy was in the court today. They said he was dressed down. Definitely didn't come in looking like it was going to be a bad boy situation. He was in like a navy sweater and slacks, hair and beard completely white, and looking like he had aged quite a bit. But again, I don't necessarily know if that means that he was stressed out or if that just means that he has not been able to have um his stuff that he gets done to himself to make him look younger, right? Um, Haitian asked, did he dance like he used to in the bad boy? No, this was not a bad boy moment. It was very reserved, looking like an elderly gentleman, which, at 56, you kind of are. And it's okay. We're all getting there. No Beijing, none of that. They say it was completely white. But yeah, I think probably like you said, love is gonna be a combination of stress and the lack of his esthetician and doctors. And I'm telling you guys, just from being a publicist to a lot of people like that, how many things can be done to others to make them look so much younger. And it makes those of us that are not doing it are like, well, oh my God, I look this way or I look that way. Well, yeah, because we're just living our lives and we're not, having oxygen put into our skin and, hormones put into our younger hormones put into our, so much that happens, that allows people to look younger, because youth is like this magical elixir that everyone wants to capture. So anyway, just be on the notice. They are doing jury selections. It's probably going to be a long trial. I cannot imagine. I did hear today that it could potentially, if he is found guilty of everything that the prosecution is bringing, then he could potentially be faced life in prison. I don't know. I really don't know. We don't know. We do not know. I also heard there are a lot more people testifying than we were told initially. So all that is going to be revealed over the next few weeks and probably months. Hey, you there said it has to be speedy per the Constitution. Yeah, and we know how that goes. So I just don't expect this to be. I expect there to be a lot of objections. I expect there to be a lot of attempts to stop things from being admitted, but I will say, it's interesting to hear that he appeared to be in good spirits. I mean, Diddy is a master marketer, right? I think he's a master marketer in the fact that he knows how to motivate people. He's very charismatic. I have met him several times, been around him several times. He's very charismatic. I mean, you could watch him on television and see that he makes people feel excited, so just the fact that he was making eye contact with everyone and kind of seemed to be like greeting everyone there, it lets me know that charisma has not gone anywhere, and that also could play into it. I think that when people feel now I don't know what all the evidence that's coming. We know that there's some. I also did hear, and I don't know if this is true yet, so I'll have to confirm. But allegedly, guys, the the video with Cassie is allegedly not going to be allowed into this trial, which would be really, really damaging to be, because for that tape to be released, it almost feels like they knew it would not be admissible in court, and so they were trying to use it to shape public opinion about him, which is dirty. But it also, I mean, what he did on that tape was dirty, so it is what it is. I think I think he thinks the trial will be like Nino Brown's trial. I think he does. I think from what LaJeanne said and my friend, other journalist buddy that was there, he did come in there greeting people like Nino Brown. You know what I mean? So hey, he could have that that thought process. But we will definitely be I'll definitely be chiming in with you guys and keeping you in the know. Everything I know, of course, you all will know. Specifically here on Grace and Gossip every Monday, we'll be keeping up with the trial. So thank you so much, Consumer O. I decided to do something a little fancy because we're going to be talking about the Met Gala, and I wanted to share a little bit about. I don't know how many of you keep up with that. Every year, the Met Gala is held in New York, and it basically is a nonprofit gala to provide money for the Metropolitan Art Museum that in the costume department. So every year there is a huge gala and a theme, right? And then we watch the celebrities, get dressed up in their interpretations of those themes. So this year, the theme, it's so ironic. And I think, we talked about things becoming more country. I was so pleased. And, Anna Wintour is over the theme, right? And is still over how this goes. And so the theme this year was super fine, tailoring Black style. So at least from the years that I've been following the Met Gala, this is the first time that it's been focused specifically on African American fashion. It says it was an exploration of Black dandyism and the influence of fashion on shaping Black identities. Very, very, very clearly about, shining an ode on Black fashion, because we know that a lot of fashion trends have stemmed and come specifically from the African American or just African culture, but that's usually not acknowledged. But for Anna Wintour to make this the theme, I really love that. The accompanying dress code is tailored for you, which was meant to be a more open interpretation of the exhibition's focus on tailoring. So this idea of a dandy is really just a man. I guess in our terms today would be like a metrosexual, but a man who really is into just being very thorough with his clothes and his tailoring. And that is something that I think people, from my understanding, like when I think of like the Harlem Renaissance, and you think of like how the men were just in these very, very, the suits were tailored beautifully, just very chic, but still very masculine. That's what it makes me think of. It thinks of like art in clothes, but also just being very specific. And I think one of the people that we have to give honor to, of course, is Dapper Dan from New York, who is known for really being an influence on a lot of designer labels. A lot of designer labels took his fashion and created, the huge labels that other people were focusing on, but a lot of them pulled their patterns, their swag, the way they put things together from him. I personally feel like New York, you would see that, and that a lot more attention to detail when it comes to like the shoes and the socks and just the fine details that pull something together and just make it feel like a piece of art. So tonight, that is the theme for the gala. Of course, the gala is to raise money, like I said, to go back to the museum. But of course, celebrities love an opportunity to get dressed up, and we love an opportunity to watch them. So I wanted us to kind of look at some of the looks. Oh my gosh, some of the looks for tonight. Now, this particular Met Gala had they had chair people, which, a chairperson for an event is usually someone that's very popular, has a lot of influence, and they are able to kind of uphold the mission for that year, as far as like bringing others in and being an interpretation of that, being kind of like a spokesperson for it. So Coleman Domingo, who I love, he is to me one of the best actors of our time and just very classy. This is him. This is him tonight at the Met Gala. I don't love that. I don't love that, honestly. I don't love it, but you know, that's one of his looks. There's another look here that I'm going to show you guys that I like a lot more than that look. But yeah, that was one of his looks. Um, and you know, everything ain't for everybody, right? So that was one of his looks. Now, also Pharrell, this is Pharrell. Pharrell was another um person that was on a chairperson for this year's Met Gala. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Yeah, I think the jacket looks too small. I'm not a big fan of bell bottoms on guys. I do love the tie. That's it. I like the tie. I like the slim tie. It looks really dapper there, but I don't like the jacket and I don't like the pants. This is another gentleman that was on the chair this year, and I think he looks. Now I love this look. Um, I love this look for a guy. Like to me, this is what. The guys should have been dressed like. This is Lewis Hamilton, and I think he's my favorite as far as how the guys were dressed. I love that. Doesn't he look nice? Just so nice. Like, and then of course, ooh, yeah, I like that. Now that to me looks like a dandy. That is Keith Powers. I just know him for playing Ronnie DeVoe. He's a great actor, but he played Ronnie DeVoe in the New Edition story. But I do like that. Again, I'm not a fan of like the bell-bottom pants on guys, but I think this looks good. If you're gonna do it, it should be like this. But that tie, that collar, the jacket, the sleeves, the look, the hair, it's all that he looks amazing. I think he looks absolutely amazing. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments. But I still think this is my favorite. But I like that as well. I like that as well. Now, I don't know what is happening here. This was Future on his way to the Met Gala. I don't know why he looks like that. Um, it looked like he took his hair out of the dreads. Yeah. And he took the hair out of the dreads and he left it. He just took it out. Like he just cut the dreads off and freed the roots. And I don't know what he's going to have on at the Met Gala, but that is, oh, that's Derby. That's Derby. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Again, Coleman Domingo from another angle. I'm not liking that. I don't know, what is that? Like a cape? It's like a cape thing. I don't like it. So yeah, moving on throughout the gala, this is Tracy Ellis Ross. Now, I feel like she attempted to get the look. Shouts out to the Shade Room for some of these photos. She definitely attempted to get the look. I love the hat. I do love the hat. I don't know. It's a lot. It's very costumey. It's costumey, but I don't know. I think I would have liked it to fit the pants to actually, I know that it's like avant-garde, right? But I just don't love it. I don't love the fit of it. I don't love it. I usually would love like a rose in the cummerbund back. That would usually be my thing, but I just, for some reason, it's not doing what it's not giving what it was supposed to give, in my opinion. I'm not loving it. I will tell you, the person that I thought got, ironically, the woman that I feel like got this look the best. It's no surprise it's Tiana Taylor, because Tiana Taylor, she kind of is that go between masculine and feminine, right? So it's like you in order to get that look. Well, she's my favorite, but I'm my second favorite. I'm gonna share that in just a second, but and explain why she's the favorite and the other person is the second. But she kind of always is at that intersection of feminine and masculine. Now this looks like the entire mission, right? This looks like the theme. Like this looks like super fine tailoring black style. Like that looks like what it is. Like it looks dandy. It looks very Harlem Renaissance vibe. And she said, you know, she did an interview on the red carpet, and she was saying that she doesn't feel like it has to be like an intersection of male and female. She feels like this is, it's the women are being the daddies, you know, the women are the men. I don't like it. It's not my, that's not, I don't like that. Um I don't like that. So I like what she has on, and I feel like she definitely won. She definitely won for being able to pull it tonight. But it's also kind of feeling like that the Rose from Harlem vibe that she always kind of has. The other, hold on, because a lot of, for some reason, a lot of my pictures didn't, a lot of my pictures did not come through. I'm gonna have to take some out. I have, you know what stories Simone shares? I have Kerry Washington. She says Kerry Washington looked good. And I actually have I have a video on Kerry Washington because at first I was saying I didn't like the outfit, but then when I saw the back of it with the front, then I said, okay, I like it. I like the back. I like the jacket. I wasn't really crazy about the skirt, but let me show you guys. So I get it. I get why you liked it. I'm gonna play it again. I didn't like the see-through skirt. It wasn't my favorite, but the jacket was dope. The jacket with the way it was cut in the front and then having the back out. The hat was dope, so I'm gonna give it to her. I liked it, and you know she did the cute little "get ready with me" post, but I just didn't like the see-through skirt. It just felt like it could have been a different bottom that could have been a little bit more that would have been more in alignment with the theme tailoring. I love the front of it. I love the front of it even more than the back. I love the front of that jacket. That was everything. I gotta show you guys the rest of these pictures. I don't know why it didn't save. I'd probably gotta delete some. I'd probably gotta delete some out of here to show you guys the rest of these because I thought they were in here, but they're not. But yeah, so I do have, I kind of want to save it for later because I have like the belle of the ball who I felt was like the most, and I'm going to talk about this tomorrow on Fox, but I mean, just the belle of the ball. I don't want to show you guys that yet, but there was a belle of the ball. Let me see, who do we have here? There's a few more. No, that was Chris Tucker from the, yeah, I'm messing up today. Cancel. Messing up today, trying to get that out. Cancel. All right, get out, Chris Tucker. We don't want to see you anymore. We don't want to see you anymore. What do you guys think about the theme? What do you guys think about the theme? Also, oh yeah, I got ASAP Rocky coming too. So I didn't say that. I will say that also. So in addition to Chris Brown's birthday and Cinco de Mayo and Puffy being on trial and Rihanna revealed that she is now expecting a third baby. Number 3 is coming. She visible baby bump, leaving her hotel, and ASAP Rocky confirmed it on the carpet and let everybody know that she is indeed expecting. So it'll be interesting. I know she was planning to attend, but it'll be interesting to see what she actually has on. What she has on for her outfit. I did not see that before I jumped on here with you guys. But I do have some more of my hits and misses for tonight. I'm just trying to get them on here. What is happening? I tried to delete some so we could pull some out. All right. We got some. Okay. All right. Here we go. I had to save my belle of the ball. So This is Savannah James. LeBron James said that he was supposed to be there, but he had an injury, and so he was not able to go. But he said that his wife was holding it down for them. I'm gonna tell you guys what, I wanted to like this, but I just don't. I like the top and I like the bottom, but this bodice, this beige nude white woman color body is not right. It's not right. It doesn't look good with the white cuffs. And it also is not very flattering because I would expect it to look like it's more cinched, but I hate that middle. Like, I love this fishtail. I love the pinstripes. I love the corset top, and I love the tie, and I love the sleeves. But that middle is so important. It would have been better if it was just all the same material. If she just had went ahead and just made it pinstripe all the way through, or make it see-through. Make it see-through. But that nude that's not our color is horrible. Am I by myself? You guys let me know. Let me know what y'all think. I hate it. I was like, no, Savannah, no. No, that's such, because it's dope. I love the pinstripe. I love the pinstripe. And I love the corset top and the fish, the mermaid. It's everything. But it was wrong. It was wrong. We talked about Simone Biles at the Kentucky Derby. This is Simone Biles at the Met Gala. Now, I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like the shoes. I don't like the little dress. I don't like the collar. The dress, I said earlier that she can wear a cute little dress because she's so little. This dress may be a little too little. It's a little too little. I don't like it. I don't like it. It looks like a shirt that got cut off too quickly. It looks like a peplum top that she forgot to wear panties with. And then that huge bow is just too big for her. I don't like it. I like her, but I don't like it. I don't like the hair, the swoop. I don't like it at all. I'm over it. I don't like it. All right, moving on to Meg Thee Stallion. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. Meg looks great. She looks great. She's tall. She can pull off drama like that with the coat and the beaded gown and the slit with the long leg out and then the goddess hair. She can do that because she is tall and it looks great on her. However, it does not fit the theme. There is nothing about the dandy, tailored fineness that fits that. That doesn't fit. She just was like, I'm going to look like a sex symbol and I don't care about the theme. Forget your theme. I'm going to do me. And I mean, she can do that because she's Megan Thee Stallion, but it just doesn't look like she's going to this Met Gala. It look like she's going to a different one, not this one. Just saying. Y'all let me know what you're thinking. Moving on to Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. I like Gabrielle Union's dress. What I like about this is she went all the way. The hair, the dress, the jewelry, it all fits. You cannot do one without doing the other. If you're going to do it, do the entire thing. That dress looks amazing on her. You guys see that white, the train is perfect. She looks gorgeous. The hair is absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's just a great look. And I can't really be mad at him. This would have been a great Derby look, actually. I can't be mad at him. I mean, if it's to compliment her, then great. I hope she got her dress first. I'm not crazy about that vest. I don't really like that shoe either, but I mean, they look good together. It looks like, but I think she looks great. And her accompaniment, her escort is fair to middling. Her escort is fair to middling, but she looks great. That look with her was great. I love the hair. I love when people stick to the theme and go the entire way, right? All right, Zoe Saldana. I like the idea of this dress. Again, you know, we're talking about the theme. She's focused on the theme. The hair is great. I like the corset body. I get it. She has the shoes that look great with that. I like it. I like it. It's different. It's different. You gotta like it because it fits the theme. It looks great. It's unique, and she went all the way. Those shoes match that dress, and she's tall. She can wear that slit. It makes sense. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. She's covered up. Those sleeves are all the way to the almost to fingertips. Just the sleeves are long. But I like it. I do like it. And I like the fact that the corset has this almost, it has a little bit of that avant-garde feel because it's not like necessarily like to fit your body. It just is a little bit more costumey. So I like that. I like that a lot. All right, let's look at Haley. It's not my favorite. This is not my favorite. This is another one that has that over like the overly exaggerated shape framework for the dress. She's little, so she definitely can wear a little dress like that. Well, it looks like a little blazer with the cutout there. It's just not great for me. What I do like is the fascinator with the net over the face. I like that. That was a very popular look back in the, you know, like in the 30s and 40s. I'm just not loving that dress. I don't love it. No, it's not great. It's just something not right. I don't know if it's the lines. I don't love it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that one? Now, I did say we're going to go to ASAP Rocky, right? Because that is Rihanna's man. And he was one of the chairs for the Met Gala this year. I like it. He looks great to me. He's very fashionable. I'm not crazy about the hair, but I do like the outfit. Because I think it looks masculine, even though it's like fashion forward, right? He's got like the gun holster there. It's like an umbrella that has the gun handle. Is dope. You know what? I'm not even mad at the hair because it's fashion forward. It's just, it's not my favorite, but I get it. He's a really handsome guy. I like the jacket. I like it because he still looks like a man. You know, he just looks fashion forward, and he's very fashion forward. We're together, so we can't see what Rihanna has on, but let me see if I can pull. Let me see if I can find something and pull it. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys my belle of the ball, right? My belle of the ball. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm gonna pull this and show you. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not this. Oh man, yeah, I got okay. Just hold on, yeah. I'm gonna pull a couple more. This is awesome. Now I have a new favorite. I have a new favorite, and I think she did this better than Tiana. I think we have something that's better than Tiana. Yeah, I do think so. I do think so. I think Jodie Turner has beat Rihanna, and we'll have to do this again because there's so many that we did not get a chance to see. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's a lot. It's a lot here, but I'm going to show you guys my belle of the ball. No, I got to do these first. We got to do these first. You guys let me know what you guys have thought about these looks. Gun, purse, umbrella. You know what, Tihu? That is right. He did beat a gun charge. That might have been a bad idea. That might not have been the smartest thing to do with that. Yikes. But he obviously is not worried about it. You know, he and Rihanna are rebels. Like, they live on the wild side. They like to, you know, they're rebels. They like to do stuff. This is amazing. They do things. They march to the beat of their own drums. They're rock stars. So, you know, that's probably not the smartest thing, but I'm not surprised that he did it. And I do think it was fashionable. I do. I do think they do. I think they you guys have been commenting heavily. I know, but I've been showing you guys the pictures, so I haven't seen all of that, but we can go back through it. But hold on. I gotta show you guys the one that I said now is my new favorite. We gotta pull up the new favorite because this is Jodie Turner just shut it down. She just shut it down. She shut it down, y'all. She shut it down. I gotta pull this in here. She shut it down. I love this. My God. This is to me what the night should have been. This is the look. And then you'll understand like why Megan and even Haley, like, I don't know. I don't know what that was. What was that? What was it? What was the reason? What was the reason? I'm trying to get our girl here. Okay, hold on. Let's make sure. Oh, no. Hold on, guys. I got to get rid of some to pull some in here. I got to get rid of some to pull some in here. So this one we got to pull. There we go. All right. Okay, so let me go back and show you guys some more looks here. This is Taraji P. Henson. What do you guys think about that? You guys like it? Y'all like that? I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it, guys. I mean, the hair is cute. The pink curls. I don't love it. I think this could have been done a little bit more specific. Like, there could have been some more details to that. What is that? What's happening with that skirt? It just, I mean, I get the cane, and then she has her hat here, so it's probably going to look better with the hat. But I don't like that. I don't like that skirt. That it looks like a petal. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, here is Shabuzi. I did not like him at the Derby, and I don't like it here. I don't like it. I don't know what's up with these beads. I don't know. He got on a Derby hat with the beads. Yeah, I don't love it. I do not love it. But I tell you guys what, this is the favorite look. This is Jodie Turner killing that coat drape thing. Oh my God. She does look like the Mad Hatter, but it's gorgeous. It's all gorgeous. Like, that's gorgeous. She looks gorgeous. Her skin, I mean, it's just so pretty to me. I love the shape. I love the silhouette there. The court, like oh yeah. I think that, because again, I'm talking about the theme. Like, she followed the theme in that crushed leather. Oh my God. I love that. What do y'all think? Y'all love that? I love it. I love it. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. Hold on. Let me pull some more. I got to show you guys there's a close up here. Ah, look at that. Yes. She looks beautiful. My God, she looks gorgeous. Gorgeous. Hand clap. Now, so that's my second favorite. And then there's the Belle of the Ball, but this is his number one. And this girl never misses. You guys, let me know who you think it is in the chat. She never misses. She is, like, to me, the only person that every time she shows up for a red carpet, she is flawless. She's always tasteful. She's classic beauty. Never misses. Never. You cannot show me one time on a red carpet where this person misses. Zendaya is it. She does not. I don't know who. I don't know if it's Law. I don't know if Roach. I know he started working with her recently, but she's always. Look at her. Now that the jacket, the vest, the tie, it still looks feminine. The red nails and the hat, the makeup the studs, flawless, flawless. Strange, Strange. Strange. You guys remember on Boomerang? Strange. Jesus, she's killing. Oh my God. Look at the buttons, the detail on the buttons, everything, the big chunky rings. She does not miss. She does not miss. Zendaya does not miss. Not never. Not never. Not never. That's the absolute favorite. Like, well, I don't know. Because Jody's but I think Zendaya, I still have to pick as my number one because it's like effortless. She just looks effortless. She just looks like I woke up like this. She looks effortless. It's beautiful. God, yeah. That's the look. So now I'm gonna show you guys my belle of the ball. You know, we love to give the real divas their love. We just love to celebrate them and see them doing their thing. And at the 2025 Met Gala, Miss Diana Ross graced us with Yes, yes, and yes. I'm not gonna even show Kim Kardashian because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. No, don't do that. Don't y'all, don't. Hey, you there? Yes, she's still living, still slaying, still slaying. It was not on theme. It was not on theme. It was not on theme. But she did not care. Hey, she did not care. She did not even, I don't even think she read the theme. I don't think that was a conversation with her team. She did not care about the theme. She made the theme come to her. She said, I am the theme. I am the theme. She does not have to be on theme. I don't know what that was. That was just a lot of fabulousness. It was not on theme. Not on theme. No. And we're okay with that. We're okay with that because we have Zendaya and we have Jody, right? And there's some others that are coming along. I will share. Yeah, should we do it again? I think we should watch it again just because it is Diana. It is Lady Sings the Blues. It is Miss Diana. Not on theme, not your theme, on her theme, not on yours. She doesn't care about your theme. You come to her and you are on her theme. That's what it is. And that's what it will be. And that's what we did. And we're okay with it. One more time for Jody Smith Turner. One more time for that coat. One more time for that coat. It may be just the coat for me, like just the coat of it all. And then the effortless cool of Zendaya. I don't know what this young girl has done that has given her the swag of the ancestors, but she is always on point. I mean, all these older, divas can J-Lo and she is just classy and on point and looks great and doesn't do too much every time. So you guys, I'm going to be talking about this tomorrow on Fox. I'll have more, and of course I'll post that on the page in case we need to just go back and talk a little bit more tomorrow about it. We can definitely do that. And yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight. La Roche is the masterpiece, but I feel like Zendaya was still doing that before he came around. Like, I think he adds to it, but I think she just has it. Whatever it is, Zendaya has it. She is it. She's it. So yeah, Not doing that. Not doing anything about Colonel Sanders. Not doing it. If you guys are watching the replay, the live chat is out of control. But yeah, I am gonna. We're gonna rest with that. I did. Um, I did a mother-daughter shoot with my little one this weekend, and I'll post a video from that. It was really cute. We had a good time. In preparation for Mother's Day, if you are in Atlanta and want to do a Mother's Day shoot, our photographer is doing Mother's Day shot photo photography all week, and I would love to refer you. So if you are in Atlanta and you want to do a shoot for Mother's Day, which I think everyone should do, because time is, we just don't know, time is not promised. And so it's great to have um, these memories, that are there. So this entire week, we're going to be shouting out mothers and definitely celebrating them. Speaking of a mother, I do want to give a shout out to the Cowboy Carter tour, Beyonce's tour. It was the cutest thing, in my opinion, the best thing. I'm not going to go to the tour. I'm not going to the show. I have seen her show before. The last one I went to was On the Run with her and Jay-Z. I have not been, and I'm okay not going anymore. But I did think it was adorable seeing her daughter, Rumi, her baby daughter, come out on stage with her, the most touching moment ever. And she's so excited to hear the audience screaming her name. Blue, who, Blue Ivy, audiences have gotten to know her from the time she was said that she was not in Beyonce's stomach when she was, what I mean? Like, we watched that bump, that baby came out, and she's been, in the public eye. They've kept the twins out of the public eye in the same way. But seeing Blue dance and mimic her mom on stage it's a beautiful thing. And then seeing the baby girl come out and want to be out there with her mom and big sister, cutest Mother's Day thing ever. I think just a great example of motherhood. And no matter what type of mother you are, no matter what you do, if you're a teacher, if you're a nurse, if you are a computer operator, if you're a publicist, whatever you do, you have a daughter, that daughter seeing you and you being her, who she looks up to. My mom is a nurse. I didn't necessarily want to be a nurse, but I did, want to be a mom like my mom. You know what I mean? I thought my mom was the best mom in the world. And, she's always so nurturing and knew how to take care of everyone. And I just always wanted to be half as good as she was, so having my mom around and then having my daughter is just very special. And seeing that those generations is always a beautiful thing. We saw Beyonce's mom come out. She has the book Matriarch, and then we see Beyonce, and then we see Blue Ivy and Rumi. Just beautiful to see the generations there. So Blue Ivy is very tall, but her parents are pretty tall. I think Beyonce's like 5'6", which to me is tall for a girl. And then of course Jay-Z is like 6 something. So she's got it by, honestly. And she's only 13, which is strange because she looks like she's been doing this a lot longer than 13 years. But I guess when you think about that, Beyonce was the same way. She was a child star, and she was doing the dancing and the singing and all that from the time she was, young, like Blue Ivy. So it is definitely going to be, I expect to see her doing something later because she's out there performing. She's probably going to be an entertainer. I can't see that not happening. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this Cinco de Mayo. I certainly did. Enjoyed hanging out with you, talking a little bit about the Met Gala and the fact that the whole theme is celebrating the Black experience through fashion and through art and fashion to me. And we will talk a little bit more tomorrow. And of course, Wednesday, I will be back with Scorpio Mo. You guys know we have an amazing social experiment going on, right? So we are going to be hooking Mo up on the Black Act, the BLK app, and it's going to be very interesting to do. So you guys, yes, tune in. Thank you so much, Haitian Empress. I'm going to post that video on the YouTube page for those of you that are not on the Instagram. Me and my baby girl, it was very special. I'm going to a brunch this weekend, so hopefully we'll get some shots of me and my daughter and my mom. But yeah, I love you guys for watching. We'll be talking more about the Met Gala, and we will definitely every week be talking more about this Sean Combs trial. I think next Monday we're trying to get Ryan to come hang out with us again. So make sure that you guys are locked and loaded. Make sure that you're here, that you're subscribed so you can get the notifications. You guys are asking about Sugar Pie. Well, first of all, let me tell you guys, these puppies are up and running around. These puppies, it's almost like they are 4 weeks old today, but they are growing. Like, it's so funny because they grow so much faster, because you guys know, like, 7 years is 1 year for a dog. So they are now like toddlers and they're like running around. Paisley, the girl, Haitian, she is the boss. She does not want to be cuddled or coddled. She's a strong, independent woman, and she wants to explore, while her brother Louie wants to be cuddled and coddled and nap all the time. So I feel like it kind of goes, whatever is happening in real life, it is paralleling in the puppy world, because the boy puppy is content to lay up under a woman, and the girl is out trying to earn a living, out trying to find some food, because Sugar Pie is about over it. So yeah, that's what's happening with the puppies. I may try to bring them in here on Wednesday, so Wednesday, so you guys can see them there. Is she attached to the name Paisley? She kind of, we think they know their names, because when we say them, they look, but what you going to name her, Haitian Empress? What do you want to name her? And are you serious about the dog? Y'all talking, but these puppies are growing. June 2nd, they're leaving, okay? They're leaving. So Bowie, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you're not going to be able to take her if you're going to name her Bowie. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. All right. I love you guys for watching. If you're watching the replay, please make sure to like this and share. Let me know what your favorite look was from tonight's Met Gala. Did you like Jodie Turner-Smith like we did? Were you gagging over that coat? And were you excited to see Miss Diana, Miss Ross, if you will? Were you excited to see her in all her white fur feather fabulousness? Not on trend at all. but doing her thing. XO to everyone watching, thank you so much for that. Love is Mimi. I love you guys, and I will see you back here on Wednesday, perhaps tomorrow, depending on what we see come from the Met Gala. All right? Stay tuned. Have a great week. You guys get off to something positive and beautiful, and I will see you back here midweek. All right? Have a good one.